Hey friends, let's keep things rolling. Back at it to continue with part 5 of our 6-part vlog where we take you around the places we visited in Greece, talk about the good, the bad of the restaurants, the hotels, also including price ranges for the activities and scores. Last video we left off after an amazing day in the water. This vlog will be our final 2 days in Milos where we explored ancient catacombs, shopped, and ate a bunch of delicious foods. This time we took the bus around as much as possible. Our first stop was to the Catacombs. It's so easy. It'll cost you €2 to hop on any bus route, which if you're staying in the Atomos area, every route originates from that station, so it's super convenient. This tour is going to cost you €4 per person. It's an ancient underground Christian cemetery dating back to the 1st to 5th century. It's obviously related to the persecution era of history. You should go take the tour for yourself to hear the rest. It's about 15 minutes, so once you're done, you can go walk around the ancient theater and give a live performance. A lot of this is a big departure from what I normally do, with adding more of the museum type history stops, but I really enjoyed it and Ashley likes it. This whole thing is free. The only thing it costs is a little bit of walking, which is good for you. Depending on what you like, I would say do this if you have time. It's not a must-do activity, but it definitely is very interesting and cool. I recently retired from doing shows, but I had to put on one performance for my biggest fan. Once you wrap up here, you can head over to Plaka. It's a little bit of a walk, but with the beauty surrounding you, it's not bad at all. Definitely stop and check out this restaurant. We made it a brunchish stop since it was starting to hit afternoon, and I was digging this lemonade something fierce.
It's good. You know I don't like my lemonade too sweet.
So it looks very fresh. It looks like a cocktail.
Yeah. It feels like they just squeezed lemons.
Wow.
It's cool though, the seating kind of just blends in with the sidewalk, so it's got a real legit city vibe. And with a few drinks and a couple of bites to eat, this is how much we spent. After getting some grub, you can walk around and check out some local art, see some cats. We did a lot of gift shopping for friends back home, and I've been sticking with my habit of finding local earrings to buy. They have all sorts of handmade jewelry they make here, so if you're looking for a unique set of gifts for someone, this shop is definitely the spot. Write all the times for the routes you're interested in taking and keep a note on your phone or a picture. That way you can figure out whether or not it makes sense to push back to a later slot and see how it will affect your other bus routes you're planning to hop.
To Sarakiniko Beach. Time to make the move. Giannis is here. He's been helping us out. Yesterday took us quite a few places. So we're getting picked up by our boy. Giannis is back.
Sarakiniko was dope. The only issue was it was pretty windy, but the nice part about that was that we were able to get a lot of cool pictures without a ton of people being around in the middle of the day. And we watched a video from Los LeBlanc and they got there really early in the morning to avoid the crowds. But the other issue with that is that we weren't able to do any of the jumps or get into the ocean because the waters were so rough. But we are going to take a taxi over to Pollonia now, and then we are going to take the bus back. It's yesterday, Giannis. Earlier, when I opened the door, and I was actually recording as I opened the door, and I was like, Giannis is picking us up. And then I looked, I was like, oh, that's not the same person from yesterday. But then he told me his name was also Giannis.
My name is Kostas.
Your name is, yeah.
Giannis is my boss.
That's what he said. He's like, but everybody just says Giannis. He gave me the whole scoop. It was a great story. But so I told him I'm just going to call everybody Giannis regardless now then. Yo. Okay. So if you get here and you're not completely sure like where you want to go or if you want a recommendation, ask your taxi driver. Everyone here is super nice, and the guy that we've had taking us around, he was able to tell us, oh, well, the wind's going this way, so the best place that you want to be is this other place. Even when he dropped us off, he told us which way not to walk. Even though the map on Google was telling us to go that way, he said, no, walk this way, it'll be 10 minutes versus 25, 30 minutes. So, yeah. Pollonia is absolutely beautiful. There are beach clubs over here with some day beds, but the water was too rough for me to want to spend any money on it. It looks like an absolute blast, just not on a windy day. The walk is still beautiful and worth it even if it's just walking there and back. If it's windy, then turn to the next best thing, eating. There are a bunch of restaurants on the street running along the bay. This place was pre-dinner for sushi. And I would say even if you just stopped here to have a drink, seeing that view and getting to relax is absolutely amazing. They ran us 50 euros for a couple of drinks and some sushi. And I'll say nothing was mind-blowing, but we're still gonna rate this place 3.5 on taste, 4 on drinks, and 4.5 on vibe, just straight from those views. Pre-dinner also came with some pre-dessert, so grab some ice cream and then go chill on the water in the bay. The water is a little bit more calm, and I mean, just check this view out. Look, no matter how you make it happen, Pollonia is a must-do activity. Allow yourself half a day, a full day, whatever, just to get up there and enjoy. After a little bit of relaxing, we hit real dinner at Akrotiri Seafood Obsession. This place was on point. They did a great job at dealing with my food allergies and bringing out delicious food. They've won a ton of awards and they want you to know that, but that means they gotta be good at something. Since this was dinner 2, I picked the smaller fish. If you come here though, know that you should get a reservation if it's going to be a more normal time dinner. We were able to get in because we planned the 8 o'clock bus back, and this also meant though, unfortunately I had to box my food up earlier than planned to take it away. Luckily the bus stop is literally right next to the restaurant, so it's easy to pay attention for when it's coming. For a couple of drinks, for a couple of food items, we spent 95 euros, and I would rate this place 4.5 out of 5 for food, 4 out of 5 for drinks, and vibe 4.5 out of 5. This is a core memory. I was messing around editing things on my phone, and Ashley just stopped me and said, look at that sunset. Got to just sit there and take this beautiful sunset in for no reason. Dinner 1 had ice cream, so dinner 2 had to have the same before we headed home. This gelato shop is right downtown near where you get dropped off by the ferry. We spent about 15 euros just to have a nice little cap on our date. Look at Ashley, she's so cute. This actually brings us to the next part of our Greek adventure, the final part. We're heading to Athens to relax in the Athenian Riviera before heading back to the States. Total, this is how much we spent on this part of the trip, and then for the entire Milos trip, this was our cost. Remember that our hotel was purchased using Southwest Points, so that's a cost that you won't have to incur if you go that route. We hit 1,000 subscribers during our hiatus, so I guess subscribe so we can hit our 2,000 subscriber goal. We hope this video helped you decide whether or not Milos is worth a stop for you. This is like S-tier stops. Check out part 1 in the description. Check out the other videos we have from the Greece trip. Hope you have a fantastic day, and remember, we take the trip so you can decide whether or not you want to.